What's up, Sugar Bush? Welcome to the first episode of Mediocre Makeup, where the makeup I review isn't mediocre, that's just me. Today, we're going to use this channel to, review new makeup that I get and stuff like that, and today we're going to be reviewing this See You Later palette by Violet Voss. I ordered at Sephora the other day, or like a week ago, and I finally just got here yesterday. So I'm super stoked about that, because I've been wanting a new palette that has some very, very bright, vibrant colors. So we got to open up this outer box real quick, and if you guys like this palette enough, I'll order 2 more, and then we'll do a giveaway on here and TikTok. So this is like an outer cover, and then another outer cover. Seems a bit wasteful. What the hell do I know, though? And then the actual palette itself. I've already got my eyeshadow primer on. We're going to do some swatches on the hand, and then I'll upload a video closer of those with my Pixel. And just, yeah, I don't know anything about makeup, like what is considered good makeup. So let's just wing it. It says, this is the actual box. It says 20 eyeshadow impressed pigment palette, 20 color eyeshadow impressed pigment palette. Hashtag Violet Voss. Okay, so open her up. Ooh. So these are the colors we are looking at. Look at those bad boys. God dang, there's so many of them. So let's do some swatches. So after swatching these, I think that's what it's called, right? Some of them didn't transfer as good as I wanted them to, but honestly, I'm I'm satisfied with how pigmented some of these are. And I'm looking at these colors here, and I think I found a little mix and match of a few that I want to roll with to do a look with this thing, with my mediocre makeup abilities, So we're going to start off using Scuba Dive is going to be our base. That's what we're going to go with, and we're just going to, I've already got the old, a bit of fallout, not too much. So for these, I have no clue what we're going to talk about. Honestly, I really don't. There's cat hair on my brushes. I wonder why. Yeah, I really don't know what we're going to talk about. I guess maybe I can just tell some life stories. Here, why not? Let's tell one of the most embarrassing times of my entire life. Not so much embarrassing, more of one of the most awkward situations I've ever put myself in. If you are one of my regulars, you have probably heard this story, but if not, here we go. Strap in. So many moons ago, when I was a young lad in the United States Army, I was seeing this girl, and I was fucking head over heels for this girl. Anything you want me to do, I'm gonna do it. I was simping hardcore, as the kids these days would say. Super simping. This girl was a Disney girl. She was really into Disney, and I was like, oh, how we met is so cute. We walked in. I was walking around the mall, and we saw each other, and I smiled at her, and she smiled at me, and then she went into Spencer's, and I was like, dude, and I was like fresh out of basic training, ready. I was like, you know what? Walking up and just randomly talking to somebody is not something I would regularly do. So after that happened, I was like, you know what? Let's just go for it. Whatever. You're in a new city, new start in your path in life, and let's do this. So I go into Spencer's and I start talking to her, and we hit it off. Blah 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 blah. We start talking, seeing each other regularly. I'm picking her up, letting her pick out my clothes, which ended up in me dressing like an asshole, but here we are. But anyway, so long story short, I am just absolutely swooning over this woman. So she worked at a daycare at the time, or something like that, some kind of like child development, I don't know, something of the sort. So we're basically just gonna throw some more sail down, or Scuba Dive, sorry, that's the color we're using, Scuba Dive. And then we're gonna use this super gorgeous color called Sail right here, this one. Anyway, so I'm super head over heels for this girl, whatever. So I have the day off work one day, and she texts me and she tells me, she's at this little work function, and her coworker's husband was supposed to pick their daughter up from school, but he's too drunk to do so. So can I pick their daughter up from school? Again, I was I was literally, what, baby? What? Oh, I'm sorry. I was absolutely head over heels for this girl. So anything she asked me, it didn't matter. I was like, yes, I'll do it. I got you. I will take care of it. Let me take care of you. So I am under the impression that that this child is going to get a text saying, hey, or the school is going to be notified saying, hey, there is a complete stranger picking you up from school today. I'm going to drive to this middle school and pick this kid up. I'm going to take her to this girl's work where her coworker is, drop her off, and everything's going to be peachy keen. I should have known, with the way my life usually goes, that was not the case. So I get to this school, the school in question, and I'm like, man, this is a very small middle school. Like, I expected there to be a shitload of more kids. And then that's when I see the playground, and I realize I'm not at a middle school. I am at an elementary school, and the child I am looking for is of elementary age. So I am literally picking up a child here. And if you don't know, I was stationed in El Paso, Texas, which is a predominantly Mexican town, which I fucking love, but I stick out like a sore thumb because I am wider than mayonnaise in a Cracker Barrel. So I'm texting this girl, and I'm like, okay, you know, what does she look like? What's her name? Like, does she know I'm here? Blah, blah, blah. And she had texted me some details prior, but she was at a work function, so she didn't have her phone at this point in time now. So I'm like, okay, this is game plan. I don't know if the school knows that I am going to be picking this young child up. I may do a little bit of purple, a little purple shimmer under the eye. I'm not sure yet. I kind of like the way this is turning out, though. Whoopsie daisies, had to adjust the lighting here. Okay, so what was I gonna do for this bottom lip? I'm gonna try this deep sea purple, and if I don't like it, then we will just take it off and do something else. Where was I story-wise, though? Yeah, so I'm texting her like, hey, you know, does the school know I'm gonna be here to do this? Blah, 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 blah. So one, I don't stranger danger this kid and walk up and be like, hey, kid, get in my car. And then I get tackled by a couple of police officers, or like some parent calls the police on me, the school calls the police on me. I'm trying to not end up on some kind of list, okay? And you know, my face and my hair looks fine because I'm in the military and I have to keep them somewhat groomed, but it looks like the clothes that I normally would wear, my wardrobe basically looks like I walked into a store and was just like, yeah, go ahead and give me the Amber Alert. Like, I look like I don't belong there. So I'm like, okay, you know what, maybe I'll just walk inside, I'll talk to somebody at the front desk of the school, tell them the situation, blase, 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 it won't be that big of a deal. So I guess that purple doesn't look too bad. So I walk in. I'm gonna have to buy a ring light to set up here so I can actually get light on the front of my face so you guys, I feel like you can't see the look very well. Whatever, let me know. So I walk in and I'm like, all right, let's go find the front desk. Let's go tell them the dealio Emilio. What is, you know, that I'm not here to abduct this girl. I just have to, you know, I'm doing a favor. I am trying to be a good person. So I walk in the school. There's nobody at the front desk. And I'm just like, okay, this is weird. Usually, you know, there would be someone here. So I start walking around the school and nobody stops me. There are a lot of things that concern me about this whole ordeal. And the fact that nobody stopped me walking in, no one stopped me walking in the school. I'm just like wandering around like, you know, there's kids around me. And I'm just like, you know, I don't want to seem weird, but this is also suspect that no one has said like, hey, you know, who are you? Something of the sorts. So after like 15 minutes of aimlessly wandering around this school, I don't see anybody. Can't find anybody. I'm not about to walk into a classroom and disturb someone's class just to be like, hey, quick question real quick. So I'm like, whatever, man, you know, we'll figure it out. So I walk out back to my car. And you know, it's near the end of the school day, because she was like, oh, you know, you got to be here at this time, that's what time they get out. It's near the end of the school day, so parents are already like lining up to start this whole, to pick their kids up. So I'm getting dirty looks as I leave the school and start heading back to my car. And finally, you know, I hear the bell or whatever, and just the kids start pouring out of the front doors. She was like, okay, she's going to be in a pink backpack, a purple shirt, and a pair of capris. And I was like, that's like every kid here right now. So I walk up to the front doors of the school, and I'm like, or where all these kids are coming out, and I'm like, keeping my eyes peeled for this specific child. And I think I see, or like I walk up to one kid and I'm like, hey, that kind of fits the description. I'm like, hey, is your name so-and-so? And they're like, no. I'm like, okay, sorry. I hope your parents are not watching me do this right now, because that would be kind of embarrassing. Finally, somehow I find this child and I'm like, hey, are you so-and-so? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, well, your dad was supposed to pick you up, but he can't make it, so I'm here to pick you up. And then she just follows me to my car and gets in my car with me. I would like to assume that she was informed of this before I arrived, but, I can't be so certain. So I'm also kind of concerned that she just got in the car with this, like, random stranger, dude. Did your parents not teach you stranger danger? But again, I would like to assume that that she was informed of the situation at hand, or somebody was informed. You shouldn't just tell people, hey, will you go pick up my daughter, or something like that, and then not put any things in motion for me to make a secure drop or a secure pickup. I half expected the school's liaison or somebody to tackle me out of the bushes. I don't know, man. But anyway, so I'm like, okay, cool, that's you? Sweet, come on, let's go. I gotta take you to your parent. So she gets in the front seat. Probably should have put her in the back seat, because I'm not a parent. I don't know things like that. She was like 5, so I don't know what's the cutoff for being in the back seat. Probably should. What? I don't know what's the cutoff for being in the back seat, because I definitely let her ride shotgun. Probably shouldn't have done that. I didn't cross my mind, though, in the beginning. But anyway, so we're driving along. I don't know what to say to this child, because I don't hang out with kids. I don't know what to say to kids. I don't interact with children that aren't my nieces and nephews. So we're driving in awkward silence, and I'm just like, I don't know. I'm very, I don't know what's happening. I don't know, what to say to a child. Luckily, though, the girl I was seeing, for lack of better words, was a Disney girl, which should have been my first red flag. I told this story to some people on TikTok Live, and they were like, yeah, this should have been your first red flag. I didn't know, okay? I thought it was normal for adults to obsess over Disney stuff. I'm talking Disney girl so much, the fact that I had like a special playlist on my phone made for her for when she got in the car, that was only Disney music, and I still know a bunch of Disney songs today because I learned them for her. So I'm like, all right, I don't know what else to say. Don't know what to talk to you about. I'm not gonna assume that you're into the stock market or sports or video games because you're 5 and whatever. So I started just playing Disney music, and I was like, all right, cool. I was like, do you like Disney? And she was like, yeah, I like Disney. I was like, okay, cool. Like, you want to listen to some Disney music? And she was like, yeah. So we listened to like the Tangled soundtrack and stuff like that, which I fucking love the Tangled soundtrack. I'm not gonna front like I don't. I do enjoy some of the bangers Disney has been putting out. So I'm under the impression that they are going to be there when I get to the whatever daycare thing they work at. She's gonna take this child off my hands, and that will conclude one of the most awkward moments of my life, because I don't get embarrassed very easily. It takes a lot to make me embarrassed or make me feel awkward, things of that nature, but anything involving kids, fucking, you bet your sweet bottom dollar that I don't know, you get what I'm saying. Like, it was weird. I didn't know this kid. I honestly didn't even know their parents, so I didn't even know their parents, so I couldn't, drop names and be like, oh, it's okay, blah, 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 blah. I don't know how they were feeling because they didn't say anything. I can only imagine it was weird to them because it would be weird to me. But, but anyways, I was like, yeah, you like... What? What, you little needy thing? What, little needy miss thing? Needy miss thing? Actually, this, deep sea purple is a really good transition color for both these colors I'm using, so really gotta figure that out. She will not stop. What? 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 What's wrong? Child? She wants treats. She ain't gonna get them. So, again, you know, Disney girl, red flag, whatever. So I put on, you know, Tangled soundtrack, Frozen soundtrack. It's going great. We're just chilling, vibing. So I'm under the impression I'm going to show up, drop off this precious cargo, call it a day, see the girl I'm super into, and just be a simp all around. So I get there. I text her. I'm like, hey, you know, where you at? And she finally, after 20 minutes, texts me and says, oh, we're running a little bit late. We'll be there in 30 minutes or so. And I'm like, you're telling me I have to sit in this car for 30 minutes with this child who I don't know them, they don't know me. You're really just really extending the limits of my ability to withstand embarrassment and awkwardness. So I added some purple in between as like a transition color, because apparently that's something you're supposed to do. And then I added some of this sea sparkle, which it's a good color. It transfers okay, but I added it over this blue because I would like to do like you know, the top sparkles quite well. So I wanted the bottom of the color to have kind of a shimmer to it. This is turning out very well. She wants treats. I just gave her and her sister tons of them. But she thinks that if she meows a bunch, she can get what she wants, and not happening. But basically, we just play with Nerf guns for 30 minutes. But she couldn't pull back the thing on the Nerf gun to fire it. So every time she wanted to shoot me, I had to reach over, pull it back for her, and let her shoot me. It was a good time. All in all, it wasn't a bad experience. It was very awkward though, especially the whole going to the school part, because I don't like going to schools. I don't, you know. When adults see me with children, like my nieces and nephews, they're like, hey, we should probably call somebody about that, because that does not look right. Which is wrong. They shouldn't be judging me based on the way I look, but it's just, you know, it's just how it is. Let me finish up this look. We're going to put on some highlighter, get some eyeliner going real quick. Honestly, I'm pretty satisfied with the way these colors look and transferred. We're definitely going to use this palette for the next Crime and Cosmetics video, which I will be releasing once I get the notes for. But let me finish up this look and then we'll continue on. Y'all have no idea how long it just took me to do this one wing, because I'm using this Sephora brand blue liquid liner, and it just, for some reason, it's like watery. It doesn't transfer as well as the black does. But where the hell did I even leave off? Yeah, so we basically sat in that car for 30 minutes and 30 minutes, shot Nerf guns and listened to Disney music until her mom got there with the girl I was seeing. So yeah, definitely one of the more awkward times of my life. Not so much embarrassing, just like very much so. I don't know what to do right now. This is a little weird. I don't know how someone didn't call the police on me. That's kind of alarming. No parent was like, hey, that looks a little weird. But you know, whatever, hey, it went smoothly. I'm not going to complain about it. But yeah, this is the final look we have. Honestly, I like the way this turned out. I was kind of skeptical at first, which is usually how it goes. But I do like the way it turned out. They have some very, very, again, not a whole lot of fallout on this palette either, so I like that. And the transfer, some of these colors don't transfer as much as I would like them to, but the transfer is not bad on most of them. But yeah, that's what our colors look like. We used Sail, Sea Sparkle, Scuba Dive, and a little bit of Deep Sea as a transition color. But yeah, the See You Later palette by Violet Voss. I'll give it 6 chicken nuggies out of 10. I don't know how we're going to do this rating system, but it's always going to be out of 10. There's a lot. It was like $45. You get a ton of shades. It's a very well put together palette. It's very sturdy. I definitely do recommend it. And if you guys like the way this palette looks, let me know, and I will do a giveaway with 1 or 2 of them. I think when we start reviewing new makeup and stuff like that, we'll do a giveaway every other video. But let me know if there's any palettes that you want me to review or want me to take a gander at. I do like the way this turned out. I have been wanting to work with a little bit more color besides just black, so this was great. I did enjoy this though. This is definitely something I'm going to be using a lot. Like I said, we'll probably use it for our true crime, our crime and cosmetics video once I get the notes done for that. But thank you for stopping by on the first episode of Mediocre Makeup Review, where the makeup's not mediocre, that's just me. Let me know if there's any products you guys want me to review. Let me know if you have any tips to make this look better. I swear I spent like 30 minutes on this one wing. It just was not working for me, and I about had a damn mental breakdown, but we're okay now. But thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have the best day ever and all the good things happen to you. Be kind to others, most of all, be kind to yourself, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.